Okay, so today we're going to be learning about our second transformation, which are dilations. Dilations allow a figure to be enlarged or reduced. The way we use enlargement or reduction is via scale factor. Scale factor is a multiplication. Okay, so it's a number we will multiply our original coordinate pairs by in order to enlarge or reduce. So scale factor is going to be represented by the letter K. So our scale factor is K. Okay, when we have an enlargement, so that means an image is getting bigger. When you have an enlargement, your scale factor is greater than 1. Okay? When you have a reduction, your scale factor is greater than 0. Okay? It's greater than 0, but smaller than 1. So that means your scale factor essentially is a fraction. So it's between 0 and 1. So to reduce, you will be multiplying by fractions. So 1/2, 1/3, 1/8. Okay, so to make an image smaller, a reduction, your scale factor is greater than 0, but less than 1. Now that we know about scale factor and that we're enlarging and reducing our figure, we're going to go ahead and write the principles of our algebraic rule. So with dilations, we are only using multiplication. So remember, with translations, we only used addition or subtraction. But with dilations, you are using multiplication only. So we're still going to write with our arrow notation. Okay. But we have K, which is our scale factor, multiplied by our x value in K times y. Okay. With our algebraic rule for dilations, another difference between dilations and transformations is what happens to your x value must happen to your y value. So if I multiply my x value by 1/2, I have to multiply my y value by 1/2. If I multiply my x value by 2, I have to multiply my y value by 2. So here, even on the coordinate plane, you can see that this is a reduction, okay? We're going from the larger purple triangle to the smaller blue triangle. Now, does a shape that is dilated preserve congruence? Remember, congruence is same shape, same size. So it does not preserve congruence because it is not the same size. The size changes. But dilations do preserve orientation. It is not flipped or rotated. It preserves orientation. So let's take a look at this first example. It says the coordinates for the figure picture below are F, U, N. Okay. If the figure is dilated by a scale factor of 2, determine what will happen to the original figure. Okay, so remember, using our scale factor, it's multiplication. So what I am going to do to get my f prime, u prime, and n prime, I'm going to multiply by my scale factor. So what happens here? K times x, k times y. Okay, if I have a scale factor of 2, that means this image is an enlargement. It's an enlargement. I know it's an enlargement because 2 is greater than 1, so my image should be larger. So what's going to happen is I'm going to multiply 2 times -4 and 2 times 4. Well, 2 times -4 is -8, and 2 times 4 is 8. So f prime is -8, 8. So I'm going to go to -8, go to -8, and up to +8. I'm going to plot my point. And when I plot my point, I'm going to label my point f prime. Okay? Same thing. I have 2 times 2 because that's my x value, and 2 times 4 because that's my y value, and 2 is my scale factor. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So my new coordinate pair for u prime is 4, 8. So I'm going to go 4 and up to 8. Plot my point, label u prime. Last but not least, we have 2 times 4 for our x value, and 2 times 2 for our y value. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 2 is 4. So we're going to go 8, 4. Plot our point, and then label n prime. And from here, I am going to connect my points to create the triangle. So as you can see, it is the same shape. We just have a larger triangle. It's an enlargement, and it is an enlargement because our scale factor is 2, which means it is greater than 1. Next, let's take a look at our next example. It says we have the same coordinates, and then we are dilating our scale factor with a scale factor of 1/2. Okay, so we have a scale factor of 1/2. So here, I'm still going to do k times x and k times y. That's our scale factor. So we have 1/2 multiplied by -4 and 1/2 multiplied by 4. Well, half of -4 is -2. Half of 4 is +2. So f prime is -2, 2. So we go to -2 and 2, and we label that f prime. Next, we have 1/2 multiplied by 2 and 1/2 multiplied by 4. So 1/2 times 2 gives us 1, and 1/2 times 4 gives us 2. So 1, 2 is going to be our new u prime. Then you have 1/2 times 4 and 1/2 times 2. Well, 1/2 multiplied by 4 gives us 2, and 1/2 multiplied by 2 gives us 1. So 2, 1 is n prime. So we connect our dots. Now that we have our dots connected, we notice that this triangle is smaller. So since it is smaller, it is a reduction. We also know that it is reduction because our scale factor is less than 1, but greater than 0. Okay? So now you are going to determine whether the algebraic rule is an enlargement or a reduction. So remember, our scale factor is multiplying our x value as well as our y value. So here in this algebraic rule, we have 3x, 3y. So that means our scale factor is 3. This would be an enlargement, and it's an enlargement because the scale factor, or k, is greater than 1. Okay, scale factor is greater than 1. Then our example here, it says use the images to determine if an enlargement or reduction occurred, and if the scale factor is greater than or less than or equal to 1. Okay, so if I look here, I have rectangle A, B, C, D, and rectangle A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So for me, I'm going to label an O for my original and an N for my new, just so I know what it is going to and coming from. So rectangle ABCD is smaller than rectangle A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime. So I know that this is an enlargement because it got larger. This is an enlargement. And since it is an enlargement, the scale factor is greater than 1. Okay? Greater than 1. So you're going to go ahead and complete your assignment on discovering scale factor. Make sure that you show your work on the Cami.